Hey everybody, Gina DeLuca here. So I'm gonna try something today. I guess we'll see how it goes. I have a piping bag that you would use for decorating a cake, and I have in it a tip. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of swirly. It is the number 96 tip. Usually good for whipped cream. And, you know, I'm always very interested in patterns, how to make patterns in a random art form. And that's what fascinates me in trying to get different patterns and use them in different ways, whether it's for embellishing or just controlling your composition. So today I have, let's see, my base coat is a mixture of Artist Loft white and gold in the fluid acrylics. And I have Artist Loft metallic cobalt blue, Artist Loft copper, Artist Loft metallic white, and Artist Loft old gold. I'm trying to go for something kind of soft. We'll see what happens. One thing I always say about this art form is go in with an intention, and as soon as your paint hits the canvas, let it go. Work with what you've got. If I were decorating a cake, I used to have a bakery, so I actually know how to decorate cakes. If you have a very thin icing, what you would want to do when you're filling the bag is you twist it and then just kind of twist and flip it up. And that'll keep it from spilling out while you're filling. And then you sit it in a cup to stand it up so that you have free hands. Okay, so I have my piping bag in the cup. I'm going to move this out of the way for a minute. And I also have my canvas. I have the C-hooks in there. And I have a very discreet mark that I made for what is the top of my canvas, because this working surface is unlevel. So when I go to move this out of the way, if I do another video, I know which way this should be facing. All right, so let's fill the cup. So I'm gonna have this color as my base coat. It's the mix of the gold and the white. And it's just a nice creamy off-white. And I think for the first color that I might want to blend in with that, I'll go with gold. I'll do some copper. Some of this blue. Metallic white. And I will repeat. So I have no idea what's going to happen here. My paints have been mixed. 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, and my water and Floetrol mixture, which is 10% Floetrol and 90% water. I'm going to lay down a base coat to give that something to slide around on. Let me just make sure I have the right side. I do. This is selling up already, just from the Floetrol. So I have no idea what's going to happen here. This could be a hot mess. Could work out great. Don't really know. But I do feel like I want this to be a little lighter. Oh, I'm just going to go with it. Okay. I'm going to move this so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to flip carefully. Flip this up. And then I'm going to pull this out and hope for the best. Wish me luck. Okay, so I've maintained control, but I need to change hands. Okay, somewhat maintain control. I'm going to untwist this, and then the paint's going to come out. Well, it comes out so quickly, I don't know that the tip makes a difference. Let me give it a quick torch here. Pop any bubbles. Whoa, that's really selling up. There's no silicone in here. That's unusual. Generally, if I'm not using silicone, when I torch, it just pops bubbles. It doesn't make a bunch of cells pop up. Perhaps there was some silicone on those sticks. I try to be conscious of which sticks I've used with silicone and which I haven't. Could have gotten them mixed up during one of the many fires we wind up putting out in this house. Not literal fires, thankfully. But with 3 kids, you never know. You always want to recenter your paint when changing directions. Always, always. If you want to keep the round shape of your cells, that's what you need to do. That is a lot of tiny cells, which is not necessarily my favorite, but the colors do look very pretty together. And there's still cells popping up. So I will pause this and come back in a few minutes and see what it looks like. Okay, well here it is. It's been sitting for about 10 minutes. It's a little busy for what I typically like. But I do love these colors together. And yeah, so that particular technique seems to create a lot of cells. It didn't really produce much of a pattern, so we will just have to keep trying. We'll figure it out. That's what this is all about, is experimenting and trying new things. So I hope you learned something. I did. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing and all that good stuff. And the C-hooks that I use, there will be a link in the description box of where to get those so that you can have a nice level canvas like I do. Oh, I'm so happy to have found these things. Hallelujah. Okay, that's it for me. My name is Gina DeLuca. Thanks for watching. Go make some art.